because I'm geeking out a little bit right now, I must admit. I'm a huge fan of both of yours. In the film, you both play mothers who have interesting relationships with their children. What was that like on camera, and how did you dig into the characters and sort of, you both took a different approach. Let's talk about you first, as the evil stepmother.
Well,
you have children that you love, children you don't love.
I think, actors analyze what is it your character wants. And honestly, when you think about it, of course she wants to get those girls married. It's a way out. They're running out of money. Mm-hmm. I think she kind of married an old guy and he died, and now they're like living on what was left. And she's got to get at least one of those girls married, and the prince is throwing a 3-day festival.
3 days, which I love, of course.
There's real chance here, and so we give it our best shot. It's all about the hair and the clothes and the jewels, and Cinderella, help us.
What else
it's
would it
all
be about?
Real sense of opportunism and opportunity. And we were filming in London, and I was looking in tourist shops at the Kate Middleton royal wedding, and I thought, well, hell yeah, what mother wouldn't want that for her daughter?
Of course.
So it's based on some very real need. And when the prince sweeps Cinderella off her feet, then it's like, oh my God, who knew? But Cinderella's the one who's going to the palace. Let's all bow, and maybe we'll go with her. And so it's that.
And you actually, I was reading that your son in real life played the role of Jack in Into the Woods. Yes. How is that? Did you have moments where you're like hitting this character on camera over and over again, thinking of your son? Did that ever cross your mind? I feel like
I never hit my kid.
Oh, never.
Oh, God. But yeah, I like that we did the original Grimm's fairy tales, the cruelty of it, and it was written in the script. She cuffs him around the head, and then, because she's concerned about him. I'm this desperately poor peasant woman. We've got nothing to eat, and then I make him sell his cow, his beloved cow. I do have a son who played Jack in a middle school production of Into the Woods, and that's when I fell in love with this musical. I watched it every night for 10 nights, because my son's a genius. My kid's so talented. And I loved Daniel Huddleston. As soon as I met him, I felt the mother gene kick in with him, and he was one of those kids that talks to adults. He wasn't one of those ageist kind of little kids that just plays on a machine and doesn't talk to it. And we had a wonderful relationship. And my cow... Yeah. Everyone rolls their eyes. I loved my cow so
Milky
much.
White?
Don't eat cows. It was to have a real cow.
Yeah.
She had a cow crush.
I had a cow crush.
You had a cow crush.
I used to come home every night smelling the cow.
Is that your first cow crush?
Oh, I love these cows. I grew up in the countryside. I grew up in that countryside that you see in the movie. Oh. That was where I was as a kid.
That's your home. They actually filmed it in your backyard. Perfect. So convenient for work travel.
I know. We must do some restoration on the barn. We still don't have a toilet in there.
I couldn't stop thinking when I watched the film, though, that this is what it must have felt like watching The Wizard of Oz or Sound of Music for the very first time. Was there that sense on set?
Well, there was that sense that we were in the process of doing something really big and very special and potentially very... something sending Sondheim out into the world, into the globe. What a great opportunity. Yes. What a great moment in time.
It was a privilege to be a part of it. Stephen Sondheim, Rob Marshall directing it so brilliantly, Colleen Atwood doing the costumes, and Dion Beebe doing this incredible... Look at,
gorgeous.
Look at, they built this wood. The smell of this. There were birds living in these trees.
Based on your backyard.
Yeah.
Well, it was an absolute privilege to watch.
Oh,
so thank you for bringing such wonderful performances. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Our pleasure.